Hey fellow YouTubers and comic book fanatics, this is Solid 4 ST Ben coming at you. I've been telling a few people on here I was going to be throwing some videos up once my wife and I got moved, but I thought I'd go ahead and try to stick one on here. I'll let you know what I'm into, and just want to say I'm fairly new to the comic community, and I've really been enjoying everybody's videos and the comments and podcasts, so hopefully you'll like what I've got to show you. And I just got a little hodgepodge of stuff here. Some of it's recent that I bought, some of it's been in my collection for a long time. What you're looking at right here is just it's an old issue of Mad. They're doing a Planet of the Apes parody, which I'm a big Apes fanatic, the original series. So I'll just fire away here and show you a few things. What we got here, it's the first issue of the Planet of the Apes magazine. Came out in '74. Really great book. I think it lasted 29 issues. Got some great work in it by Tom Sutton, Mike Plug, Alfredo Alcala, a lot of great artists. Most of these are like duplicates I've got. There's reading copies. Might be wanting to sell some of those if anybody's interested. This is number 12. Another great cover. I think Bob Larkin did a lot of these painted covers, so these are really nice. Okay, kind of got something you don't see a whole lot. This is a British Weekly, Planet of the Apes. These are really hard to find a whole run of these. I've got several, but they're hard to come by. But really good stuff. Okay, this is a DC graphic novel from 1986 called Space Clusters. Alex Nino did the art in this, and he's another one of my favorites. The art in this is really great. I mean, you can just kind of tell, you know, the look at that. It's just gorgeous. Anybody that knows Alex Nino's work, he did a lot of the mystery titles for DC. A lot of stuff for Creepy and Eerie. You know, 1984, 1994 magazines. Okay, I've had this book about a year. Another favorite writer and artist team, Wolfman and Perez. That's the long-awaited New Teen Titans games. Got started about 20 years ago, and they finally finished it just a couple years ago, I think. But again, just great stuff. Anybody knows Perez, you know, he likes to fit 9 million characters into one panel. But you can see this is just a gorgeous book. Just great stuff. Okay, on to some normal size books. Here's a copy of Marvel 2-in-1 number 75, Thing in the Avengers. Really like this story. Got a great cover. Some older stuff here. Here's some old Action Comics, number 395. A Girl Mightier Than Superman. Imagine that. Okay, here's another old one, 391. You can tell that's well, if I keep it up there. Kurt Swan, Murphy Anderson art on that. Punishment of Superman's Son. Now, this is kind of funny because a lot of the stuff that came out from DC in the 60s and 70s, they would have a story like this and said, "Oh, this is an imaginary story." I'm like, well, you know, they're all imaginary. So I just get a kick out of that. Here's another one of my favorite Superman covers, Action Comics 385. Another Swan and Anderson cover, the Immortal Superman. I'm mainly a DC guy, but I've got a lot of Marvels. I've got actually a lot of everything. But you know, I started out DC. I got into Marvel later. I'm getting back into some of the Marvel Silver and Bronze Age stuff. There's a Marvel Tales 167. That's got some Ditko reprints in it. I think that was thrown in as a freebie with something else I ordered a while back, but still great stuff. Okay. Speaking of Ditko, Here's some more great stuff. Ghost Manor number 46 from Charlton. He did some great stuff for them, using a lot of their mystery titles. Ghost Manor 52. Another great Ditko cover. And got Baron Werewolf's Haunted Library number 55. And I believe that's a Tom Sutton cover. More great art. Okay. Some oddball stuff. Here's Haunted Love number 1. It's one of those gothic romance titles Charlton put out. That's kind of hard to find. That copy's pretty decent. It's probably fine, very fine. It's got Tom Sutton art in it again. Here's the first issue of Haunted. It's all Steve Ditko. I'd probably put that at a fine. It's a little brown on the edges. I've got a better copy of that, but that's a great read. You know, the cover is just awesome. Okay, here's some adventure comics from the late 60s. This was one of my favorite stories. Adventure Comics 369, Superboy and the Legion versus Mordru the Merciless. Neil Adams cover. That's great stuff. And here's the conclusion to it. Adventure 370. I think it's probably a Kurt Swan, Jack Abel cover, but it was a really good story. Went to a flea market in Tennessee not too long ago, and I picked up a bunch of books for like $1 a piece. I love this cover. I'd like to get the whole series of this. This is a reader copy. It's pretty ready shape, but Out of the Night, American Comics Group, 10-cent cover. I think there's some Sid Green art in there. He used to do a lot of work for DC, Atom and Green Lantern. I think he inked some of the Justice League issues in the 60s. Another favorite title line, Where Monsters Dwell. You know, just great old reprints. And Kirby, Ditko, Don Heck, The Thing Called Metallo, Kirby cover. Okay, I'm kind of into oddball and kind of esoteric kind of stuff too. Like I say, into a little bit of everything. But this is a Super DC Giant number S13, and actually that is the first issue of that title. Binky, and it's by Henry Scarpelli. Does the art. He's sort of like a DC's version of an Archie artist. But it's a little fun read. I'm not really sure what the first 12 issues were of this. It might have been another title, but this is actually the first one if you look it up in the guide or something. Okay, on to some Marvel stuff. There's an Avengers 95. Of course, it's part of the Kree Skrull storyline. You know, Neil Adams art. It's got the famous splash page of Triton of the Inhumans coming out of the water. It's just a great piece of art. Great book. And here's Avengers 93. That's probably fine condition. Another Neil Adams book. It's got all the pages where Ant-Man goes inside the Vision to try to fix him up, I guess. Okay, and this is Avengers 57. Everyone knows what this one is. You know, first Silver Age Vision. It's a great cover. I got this from Lone Star Comics or mycomicshop.com. And they graded it at a very good. And other than a few brown spots on the bottom, I mean, it looks fine or better to me. But it's just a great cover. You know, key issue. Really nice book. Okay, got a Silver Age DC here. Adam and the Hawkman, number 42. It's great Joe Kubert art. I think a lot of the interiors are done by Murphy Anderson. But it's just a real killer book, high grade. Another oddball. Night Nurse, number 1. They just made 4 issues of this. These books kind of went up a few years ago. I think guides for like $2.40, but I got a really good deal on this. I didn't pay near. I almost stole this one. But this kind of stuff and DC's romance books, they really went up a few years ago. I think it's kind of leveled out now, but it's kind of an oddball book, hard to find. It's a great cover though. I think Ramita did a lot of the art in this. And got one more to show you. Strange Tales 97. That's a low grade copy, but I love this cover, and I know the significance of it. It's the first prototype of Uncle Ben and Aunt May, and I really didn't know that. I mean, I had heard, there was a book out there like it, but I didn't know what the issue was. But I just saw the cover of this and said, well, I love that cover. It's got this post-apocalyptic thing going on, Kirby. But a really great book. Got a couple of Kirby stories in it. Ditko, I think there was a Gene Colan story in the back. But a really nice book. I'll give you a quick peek at this mess. Like I said, my wife and I are going to be moving in about a month or so. I'm going to be getting more organized, but I'll kind of give you a look at the mess here. Okay, here's some PVC figures. Justice Society of America. And I got a set of the Justice League of America, Silver Age, on the bottom. Okay, and here's another JSA set. There's another set, I think it's got Golden Age Flash and Green Lantern in it. I need to get that one. I love these little PVC sets. Okay, here's some more of the mess. I got long boxes all over the place. Need to replace a lot of them because they're getting ratty. Here's another shelf, got some treasuries in it. Got some digests. I'm really into any kind of odd format like the square bound books, magazines, digest size, treasuries. It's all good. And more long boxes and more long boxes. And it's like I said, it's a mess. But it will get straightened out eventually. But I would like to give a shout out to Hippie's Collectibles. Tom and I did some business on some Fandy books. And like I said, I've been enjoying everybody's videos. Captain Strangelove, 74 Susu, 123 Comic Man, Cursed Man, Deacon Howlett, Coach Bromstar, Scott, great videos. And I'm leaving out a lot of people, but anyway, I just kind of thought I'd throw one on here. Like I say, I started collecting at the tender age of 11, way back in the 70s. So it's close to a 40-year collection going on. Like I said, I got probably 3 long boxes of stuff for sale, probably 70s through 90s. If anybody's interested, give me a yell. I'll tell you what I got. But I guess that will be it for now, and I will catch you guys later. Have a good one.